Yeah, no, I mean, this was truly unexpected. I wish I would knew that you were coming. Here, you can come a little bit closer.
Chat knew that I was coming because chat's known for like the last 3 hours at least.
Wait, were you?
I was literally screaming at you like when I gave the dono.
Folks, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, hello, hello.
There it is. Okay, you need to come closer.
Oh yeah.
There it is. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, hello. Which camera is that? There.
That one up there, yeah. Chelsea Manning's here, a hero, and American hero. I don't know what do you live in LA?
No, I live in New York. But I've been traveling for work for the last. I've been traveling the last month, and I'm traveling for the next month after that.
How would you introduce yourself to people that don't know anything about
I like
you?
pizza. I play video games.
Okay, but like what? But more than that. What have you done?
Oh yeah, so I got in trouble a couple years ago. You
got tortured by the American military for revealing information.
I don't use the T word myself. But,
sorry.
No, it's fine. I don't. I just say that I was incarcerated under very extraordinary circumstances.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Like yes, papela. Yeah.
And but more importantly than that, obviously, Chelsea is a Hasanabi head.
Thanks for everything.
And watches me play video games as well as everything else.
Yeah.
You were in the military.
I was, yes.
What was your position in the military?
I was an intelligence analyst. So I did charts, maps, graphs, and did data science essentially. So.
Kind of like Pete Buttigieg or no?
I was kind of a lib in those days, so you know.
Did you have a mineral map of Afghanistan?
Actually, yes. A mineral map of Afghanistan was available to me. Yes.
There you go.
But yeah.
I wonder why. Anyway, okay, so. Anyway, but we are obviously talking about what is going on in Ukraine.
Yeah, there might be a major regional, conventional, strategic force-on-force conflict ongoing that may have some significant impact.
You might have heard about it. Yeah. So I take it you've heard that Russia is invading.
Yeah, I've been
Ukraine.
paying attention. I've been monitoring it.
Not that it's like kind of a big deal, but I just wanted to make sure.
I've been doing my job. The thing about being an analyst is that never really stop. You never really stop being an analyst. Charts, maps, and graphs. I got like active.
Or you want to don't show it on the camera, or it's not a problem. All right, show it.
No, it's just Wikipedia.
Okay, you were talking about how militarily why Russia was failing disastrously, and I feel like even your experience, I feel like that could be a useful conversation to have.
I kind of knew that Russia was going to pop off. Yeah.
So you didn't doubt the U.S. intelligence?
I think I doubt the intention, the intentionality of putting out that information in terms of like trying to build up the defense industry and things like that, like to do that. But I was under the impression that they would not put out this information unless they had their ducks in a row. So they kind of knew that this was going to happen and that this was a real possibility. And yeah, like that was the sense that I got. So
what do you think?
I kind of didn't want to guess because.
What do you think Putin's intentions are though? Because it's fucking. So look, there's obviously a reason why the Ukrainian administration completely dropped the ball on actually believing the U.S. intelligence, even though they were fucking literally communicating around the clock. There's a reason why the German intelligence security chief was like literally stuck in Kyiv and had to like drive away because he didn't think the invasion was going to happen.
Yeah.
Ukrainians didn't believe it. It seems like the only people that believed the invasion was going to happen was Vladimir Putin. That's it.
Yeah.
The Chechens, who he was communicating with, who might be responsible for the leak to begin with, and the American intelligence that probably
and nobody believed
and
nobody believed the Americans because the Americans have been so haphazard with intelligence. Obviously the whole nuclear or this whole 45 minutes and the chemical weapons with Iraq. And sort of like the weapons of mass destruction intelligence that Colin Powell put out there. So they didn't have the credibility that anybody would take it seriously. But the question is, what was the audience, the public, or was it try to educate the public, or was it a message to Vladimir Putin to say, hey, we know
everything you're doing.
Yeah.
We're tracking all of your steps.
Yeah.
I mean, it was so much.
Yeah.
It was so much that like.
Well, one of the things that I heard is a bit of an apocryphal story. Like some of the Russian speakers that were literally like working at a hotel in eastern Ukraine, not the Donbass, but like a slightly north of there, were in the hotel, and they thought it was like they're like, who's shelling us? Like, who's attacking us? Like, that was how. Even people who were like on the border were just like, why are we being? Who's attacking us? Why are we under attack? Because they thought it was like they thought the whole thing was like a hoax.
It was unimaginable, and the reason why it was unimaginable, because like a lot of people give me shit, and they're like, you fucking got this wrong.
Yeah, you did get it wrong. You got it pretty wrong.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of NATO.
You gotta eat that one.
And I do, but there's a lot of NATO simps who are like, oh, dude, you're fucking wrong, and you know. Yeah. Also, America good, right? And the reason why I got it wrong and so many other people got it wrong was because there is no material reason that this to be this aggressive towards Ukraine. And I don't see a way out of this conflict that will be a W for Putin in any meaningful capacity.
This is absolutely insane. I mean, like,
it seems erratic.
It's erratic.
And that's not something you can ever say. You can never be like, this is an insane person when you're doing political analysis. So that's why I was
like, even like, I mean, certainly even his top advisors are like, what the fuck? What the fuck are we doing? Like, what is our end state? Like, they didn't have you have tanks and APCs like out on the streets that are getting shelled and attacked because they ran out of fuel. So, you know, it was a total, like, as one person in a response to one of my tweets about this said, like, the strategic military term for this is clusterfuck. So.
Yeah, I mean, literally. So what's up? Like, I mean, first of all, I doubt the 3,500 numbers. I don't think it's like.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's ballpark. I don't think that.
You think it's that high?
I think it's very high. I don't want to put a number on it because you can't. Nobody like probably not even the Russians know what their actual casualty numbers are.
That's insane.
But it's at least north of 1,000. I would estimate.
Wow.
Yeah.
I thought it was like
it's bad. They've had catastrophic losses.
I thought they were like 10xing it. You know what I mean? I didn't.
They might be 5xing it, but like I wouldn't put it. But like I would put it like it's not out of the league. Like it's it's bad. Like Russians are really hurting.
But I feel like part of it, and maybe I'm wrong about this, but a part of it I think is because one. They
trust
underestimated.
Me, bro. The internet's like.
I think they underestimated Ukraine's defenses.
Yes.
And Ukraine has been a lot better at defending itself than Russia thought it was going to.
Well, I think Ukraine's defenses were caught with their pants down. I think that they were not prepared for this. I do think that they had their guard down quite a bit, and then the Russians disabled somehow. I don't know how.
Their air defenses?
Either air defense. Their air defenses seem to be down for at least 12 hours. So
from what I understand, or this is
whether it's cyber or sabotage is.
Well, isn't it also because they have they still are operating on the old USSR bases too, so they knew exactly where to hit. But even with all that information. I go back and forth on this because on the one hand, I think like, you know, obviously they're not going to be able to take Kyiv over in fucking 2 days, right?
Well, they tried to.
But they did try to because they thought that they would be able to.
Yeah, and they almost did. They got to the outskirts of Kyiv, and if they had encircled the city, they would have taken Kyiv within another 12 to 14 hours, like that militarily. I think that their window closed just. The window closed where the resistance was just enough at just the right time for that door to be slammed in their face. They got close. They got pretty close, I think, in terms of like how they were positioned, how the armor was moving. And everything, because you don't want to go you never want to go right into a city. Like you want to like surround the city, cut off supply, cut off the ability to do air, for air support to come in, like in Berlin in the 1960s.
Yeah.
You know, so it became a
and they couldn't take control of the airports too.
Yeah, it became the linchpin of their whole strategy was to take Kyiv, and by not taking Kyiv, they have basically lost all momentum.
That I feel like this is not a Operation Iraqi Freedom style, shock and awe campaign, but very limited in its striking capabilities. even though
well, they have less. They don't have like a defense apparatus like we do, where we have like 100,000 cruise missiles just sitting around, right? You know, like
you don't think like I mean, right. But they're not using like even stuff that they would use in Syria. I feel like
they use it. They've used it, but they have less supply, so they don't have like an oversupply. Like we have this gigantic defense industry that just weapons on weapons and weapons and weapons, and they'll never be used. It'll go rusted before it ever sees the light of day. And then the Russians, they have materiel, but that they need constant resupply. And because they've been involved in other conflicts and they've been doing training exercises and things, they don't have as much ammunition or as advanced equipment as you know, even though they do have advanced equipment, their advanced equipment is less in number.
So you don't think that they are limiting their striking capabilities? Because like currently they still have yet to use like they're still using precision weapons rather than indiscriminate bombing at this moment.
Well, they want to keep the infrastructure. It's not that they care about. It's not that they care about.
Exactly.
It's not that they care about Ukrainian civilian casualties or anything. They don't give a fuck about that. What they care about is, although like there's the soldiers on the ground and some of their senior officers may be like, I don't know about this, but they certainly want to maintain the infrastructure. They want to keep bridges up.
Yeah, because they want to take it over.
Yeah, they
want to run
thought they
it.
were going. I think that their strategy was to take Kyiv very quickly. Like get a surrender and then install a new government immediately. That was like, it was going to be this like, we're in and out, and
which
we're
by
done.
the way is insane.
Yeah, it's absolutely
to do it to Ukraine. To try to do it to Ukraine is fucking insane.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was basically as I put it in a tweet. I was like, they went all in. You know, it's sort of like in poker, and they had a pair ace, or they had a pair ace, but then
I have no idea what that reference is, but I'm sure other people got it.
You gotta play poker. Gotta play Texas Hold'em.
Hey, if you like this video, please subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss out on any future videos.